So have you identified what the next 10 steps are? Because questions are being asked about the whole idea of a referendum. Now, what if a referendum is conducted in Kashmir? And forget what people say on the army of AFSPA. People say they don't want to be part of India at all. Now, before senior leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party make such statements, it's one thing to have that view as a civil rights crusader. It's a completely different thing to have that view as a party which is hoping to win 40-50 seats in the next Lok Sabha election, sir.
As I said, we come from diverse backgrounds, and actually when we were not so much under the scanner, when we had that blissful 8 months of media blackout, we actually appointed 31 committees, right from agriculture to foreign policy. Those committees gave their extended reports. We had very extensive deliberations, and I'm proud to say that this involved some of the finest activists, intellectuals, academics, public intellectuals of this country. They gave inputs, they came together. We have brought all of that together. We were so busy with Delhi election the last 4 months that we didn't have a time, we didn't have a wink to think about anything else. This is the moment for us now to bring that document together and to convert it into a national manifesto. So the critical thing would be to say, what does our national manifesto say? For example, on Kashmir. Once we are ready with that.
Do you have a view on Kashmir so far?
We have had detailed deliberations. Obviously, this is a question to be thought very carefully. We have had deliberations.
What's the conclusion?
The conclusion will come out in the manifesto. And that's where I think I would take a slightly different line than Prashantji. I personally would wait. I have had a viewpoint on these questions. I mean, all of us have written about it. I have written about these questions. And there's no reason why Prashantji or I or anyone else needs to be ashamed or awkward about our own convictions, which we have expressed in public. The question now is, now that we are in a collective, now that we are in a political process together, what's important is the LCM, which is what is the lowest common that we all share, which is what we need to stretch. So that's what we are trying to arrive at. Next 2 months is something that we have given for the party, maybe less than 2 months, where we would come out with concrete action points, as we have done in the case of Delhi. Allow me to say that our Delhi manifesto was actually the most detailed manifesto that any party issued. We similarly, because we owe it to the voters, they're curious, and they, of course, if they all start with this little anxiety, do these people know anything about governance? It's a fair question to ask. So we owe a more detailed answer than others. We'll come with that.